This news just coming in moments ago. And we have breaking news that we need to get to. We have a lot to talk about because I told you guys if you are going to do it, now is the time to do it. With a 9-game layoff, there needs to be a spark. Let's get to it.
92.9 The Game, breaking news. Breaking news on 92.9 The Game is presented by BetQL. Smarter bets start with BetQL. Download the BetQL app or visit BetQL.com today.
The Atlanta Hawks dismissed coach Nate McMillan today. According to Adrian Wojnarowski, he has been let go. Nate will no longer coach the Atlanta Hawks as we move past the All-Star break into the final 24 games of the season. So, we've talked about it. Atlanta, many of you wanted this. Many of you said this is the change that needed to happen. We do not know at this moment, okay, who is going to take over or what the circumstances are as to who will be running the team on a day-to-day basis. But the Atlanta Hawks have dismissed coach Nate McMillan, and he will no longer be the coach.
Yeah, as we said a lot the last few weeks, hate that it had to come to this, but it had to come to this, didn't it? I mean, you've got to do something, Carl, to get something out of this squad. You've got a core group that went to the Eastern Conference Finals. You've added DeJounte Murray. You know, I mean, we talked about Travis Schlenk and all the things that have happened in the front office, but at the end of the day, there is a disconnect with the players. Those last 2 games are humiliating. Defense is what Nate wants. They don't play defense. Defense is hustle and commitment. So you're not listening to your coach. It's not fair to Nate, but coaches do get fired in this league all the time because you can't fire all 15 guys on a roster.
Joe Prunty is going to be the interim head coach, okay? And again, this is fluid. Stuff is coming down as we speak. Joe's been a coach for a while. He was the Bucks interim head coach for a while. He's been around the league, but he is going to take over as the interim head coach. All right, listen, there's a lot here. I told you guys that I did not believe that changing the coach would change a whole lot. We're about to find out. And the reason why this is important, and good luck to Nate, again, I thought he did an admirable job when he was the interim coach and took over and we went on our run. But Mike had said it. Maybe they had tuned him out, whatever the circumstances. But now we're about to find out, Atlanta, where the blame really lies. Because if we go on a run, Mike, and we are sparked by this, then it makes you wonder what was going on. But if we don't, then you have to wonder who will they bring in, because, again, I don't think this is the long-term answer, no disrespect to Joe. They're going to do a search, and they're going to make sure that they are trying to bring in somebody who can vibe with the star of this team, which is Trae Young. You want to keep DeJounte Murray around and not have him opt out early, you better get the right guy. But with Nate being dismissed today, Mike, it gives the Atlanta Hawks a lot of options to move forward. But this is news because a lot of you said they wouldn't do anything. And I said, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, you do it in the All-Star break. Although the All-Star break, of course, unlike baseball, or it's not in the middle of the season. You've only got 23 games left. Nate had, 38 games left when he took over the team from Lloyd Pierce. And they went 27-11 all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Joe Prunty, as Carl mentioned, he's a pop assistant back in the day, been in the NBA for years. He's the guy, for those who don't, you watch the Hawks on TV, the sort of the silver-haired with the glasses. That's the guy who'll be taking over. You see him in the huddle. You see him with a dry erase board. That's the guy that's going to be the interim head coach.